Hi, everybody. I want to wish you and your family a Zis Pesach, a sweet Pesach, a Pesach of reflection and meaning. I know that this Passover is incredibly different than any we've had in our lifetimes. Most of us are stuck in our houses, often separated from family and friends and the people who matter most. And I just want to remind you that never before has kind of the message of Passover been more relevant to our days. You know, when the Seder was actually written, uh, the rabbis who wrote it were not free. They were living during times of persecution and oppression, and they wrote the Seder as a means of helping them to yearn for a new time. And I think for us, as we are stuck inside and as we are stuck in separation and often cases in isolation, I think it behooves us to recognize that there is much we yearn for as well. One of my favorite books is a book by a guy named Viktor Frankl, who was a psychoanalyst who was in the concentration camps during the Holocaust. And the book that he wrote that I love is called Man's Search for Meaning. In this book, Frankl asks how people could have survived the concentration camps, not physically, but how spiritually, mentally, and emotionally they could have survived, because many people did. And he comes to the conclusion that what people did in the camps was they found something to hold on to that was meaningful for them. For him, it was images of his wife and her golden hair. I think that freedom is often misunderstood. We think too often that freedom is just the ability to do what we want when we want. But freedom is actually, as the Israelites learned, it takes them 40 years to learn. Freedom is about building purpose and meaning into our everyday existence. You know, too often in our lives we become automatons. We just go through the motions and keep doing and doing without thinking about what's actually purposeful, what's actually meaningful to us. And so this year, as you sit down with your families to celebrate Passover, please take a moment to think what meaning actually is for you and how you're going to install that meaning into your daily life, how you're going to make sure that these days actually matter. I wish, again, every single one of you just a happy Pesach, and I hope I can see a lot of you tomorrow night when we hold a community Seder from my home. Take care.